was 2008. The crisis struck and everything just stopped. The number of concerts dropped. And then I thought to myself, I can't make a living like this, and I'm not even singing what I want. I figured it was a good time to end everything. One morning I just woke up and told myself, enough. I decided to try and be a normal person. Normal, as in have a normal job, a simple day job, and that's it. You know, I joined a new company, I put my CV there, and I thought it would look better going there as opposed to a big firm, and then I became the director of that company. How? Well, I was the only guy who really worked there. I was told, like, you know, okay, I learned about accounting, employee motivation, financial planning. And all of that actually helped me immensely in my future music career. But at that point, I was not thinking about music. Well, maybe I was a little bit, but only because at the same time I met certain people. I realized that I wanted to play live with a band. And then I met Robertus and Mantas, the band members. Music has always been a part of my life. My mom told me that when we went to a toy store, I chose a toy drum. Then I remember I had this small synthesizer. All of my toys were musical instruments. Back then they were pretty hard to come by. Later, the first serious instrument that I had was a guitar. My childhood friend Marius, the drummer of Sisters on Wire, he told me, I'm learning how to play the synthesizer at music school. And so we spent that entire summer at his house recording songs with a synthesizer. I brought my guitar and he played the synthesizer. We programmed the rhythms and started writing songs and everything. Eventually, that turned into the band Antica. And then later, after that, I played in another band. I got a call and someone said, would you like to play the drums? The girl who did vocals for our band said, this guy Vaidotas will come over, he's looking for a band. Long story short, you should try, see what happens. I accidentally ran into Robertus at a bus stop near Kardika Square. He asked me if I was playing for a band at that time. I told him no. Right before that, the two bands that I had been involved with had both disbanded. I was playing with a band called Filipa and a band called Sportus. I told him, no, I'm not playing anywhere. And he said, well, maybe you'd like to join us. And I'd heard that there was a new band with Milano. But back then I thought of myself as a bit of a punk. And so Milano, that didn't really seem to be up my alley. What? With whom? But I insisted, come over, you'll see. We're doing pretty good. A year later, Robertus came to me again, and then I was really eager to play, because I hadn't been playing for a while. So I said, okay. In 2007 or 2008, we bought this studio with the band Scamp. In 2009, it was Vilikas, I think, who brought Vaidotas to me. Vaidotas and his band were looking for a place to rehearse, and we had plenty of space. Our recording studio gets more beautiful by the minute. Here we are, we're fixing it up. The vocal booth is already done. This band had no concerts for the first 2 years. Still, twice a week, like a clock, they would gather for a rehearsal. and they would keep playing, and they played and played over and over again. They would write a song, and 3 months later they would rewrite it because they themselves got bored of it. And then I'd poke my head in and be like, guys, just don't do it like that. The original was better. That's how our relationship started. Eventually we agreed that it's about time to try and record an album. Robke, what are you having for lunch today? A banana? Show us. Look at that, that's his lunch. For 4 years we were rehearsing in a basement. We did it diligently, at least a few times a week. And yeah, we were working hard and trying to perfect our first album, really, until we got the courage to show it to everybody. After our first recordings, I asked, how much will this cost, Ernest? And his answer was, guys, don't worry about it. Once you get some concerts, you can pay me bit by bit. Yeah, they came to me. We recorded the album. It took them a while to pay me back, but, you know, we were laughing about the fact that their album was paid for with litres, but they paid me back in euros when the currency had already depreciated 3 times. Oh well, what can you do? It was what it was. It's all good. We've been trying to perfect this album for 4 years, and then we released it. You can't help but expect for something big to happen, but that's not how that goes. At that moment, I realized that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Life goes on. You need to go to work. As the head of a growing company, with time I had more and more responsibilities and thus less time for my music. Sometimes I work late in the evening, and then I realized that once again though, I'm not living the way I want to live. On my way home from work, I would observe the faces of people, searching for a reflection of myself. That sadness, hopelessness. Is this really how adults live? I'm sure all of us remember when as kids we would say, you know, when I grow up, I will do whatever I want. I remember saying that, and now I'm looking at people's faces and thinking, are you doing what you want? We did grow up. I knew the answer, no, I'm not doing what I want to do. But everybody just said, oh well, that's life. I didn't agree. I said, no, my life will be different. I don't know how, but it will. I don't want to die while I'm alive. You know, I don't want to live as if I'm already dead. I quit my job. I had some savings that would last me for a month. And I told myself that now I can spend those 8 most productive hours of the day working on my music. Go ahead, Vaidotas. Use them wisely.
Yes. Tikslingai.
The month for which I had money flew by. There weren't many concerts, it just don't work that fast. For the first time in my life, I registered the employment service. Half a year later, the unemployment benefits ended. I had nothing left. No money, no glory. I wasn't even sure it would ever come. I had a auntie and she had to support me. But that's very difficult for a couple.
It felt like he was caving in on himself. He was just miserable and psychologically broken. When you believe in something that much, but instead of getting on the highway, you are forced to take the back roads and even switch to a completely different course for some time. I can imagine that emotionally it all becomes very chaotic.
I felt depressed and decided to look for help from a psychotherapist. Eventually I got back on my feet and understood that I can deal with it. I just needed to trust myself more and create, not for others, but for myself. I remember this one question. I was telling my psychotherapist how everything is bad and how no one wants our music and no one likes us and so on. So what's the point of creating? And then he asked me this. He said, Alright, Vaidotas, imagine this. Okay, so say no one will ever listen to any of your songs. Would you still continue writing them? And I realized that I would.